Did you know the average car owner spends over $1,200 a year on repairs and maintenance? The surprising part is that most of those costs could actually be avoided. That's right. There are simple tips that could keep your car running smoothly and save you hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars. In this video, I'm going to share 12 car maintenance secrets that mechanics don't often talk about. Some of these might even surprise you, and one could completely change how you care for your car forever. Stick around because by the end, you'll know exactly how to take control of your car's health, avoid unnecessary trips to the shop, and keep more cash in your pocket. First up, let's talk about where you park your car. A lot of people don't realize that the sun is actually one of your car's worst enemies. Long exposure to UV rays can crack your dashboard, fade the paint, and even wear down your interior materials much quicker than you'd expect. The trick here is to always park in the shade if you can. No shade? Then get yourself a decent sunshade for the windshield. They're cheap, but they reflect heat and protect your interior from warping. If you can park in a garage, that's even better because it keeps your car safe from rain and snow that cause rust and corrosion. Oh, and here's a little tip. Crack your windows just a bit when parked in a safe spot. This allows air to circulate and stops your car from turning into an oven on hot days. These small steps really can make a big difference in maintaining your car's appearance and preventing expensive repairs later on. Next, let's talk about rotating your tires. You might think this isn't necessary, but uneven tire wear can sneak up on you and cause poor handling, lower fuel efficiency, and even blowouts. Tires wear unevenly because of how weight is distributed across your car. Front tires often wear out quicker due to steering and braking forces. By rotating your tires every 5,000 to 8,000 miles, you make sure they all wear evenly, which means they'll last longer and save you money in the long run. Plus, uneven tire wear can be dangerous, especially when the weather's bad and you need good grip. Skipping this step could mean replacing your tires much sooner or, worse, losing control in an emergency. If you don't know how to rotate them, many service shops will do it for free during an oil change. It's a small habit, but it has a big impact. Your tires will last longer, your car will handle better, and you'll avoid preventable problems. Coming up at third, let's talk about your radiator. Over time, the coolant in your radiator breaks down and becomes less effective at keeping your engine cool. It can also collect dirt, rust, and debris that clog the cooling system and make your car run hotter, which can strain the engine. Flushing your radiator is crucial not just for cooling, but for preventing engine damage. If you neglect the cooling system, your engine could overheat, warp, or even seize up completely. That kind of repair could cost you thousands. Flushing your radiator and replacing the coolant every 2 years helps keep everything running smoothly by removing built-up gunk and ensuring the system works efficiently. This is especially important if you drive in extreme temperatures or put a lot of miles on your car. Flushing the coolant is a simple and inexpensive job, and if you're handy, you can even do it yourself with a DIY kit. It's one of those things mechanics rarely remind you about, but it can save you a ton of money down the line. So don't wait for your temperature gauge to spike. Keep your radiator flushed and your engine happy. When it comes to keeping your car in good condition, the fourth thing to remember is to pay attention to your windshield wipers. Most people don't think about them until they're caught in a downpour or snowstorm, but old wipers can seriously affect your visibility and safety. Over time, the rubber on wipers wears out due to sun exposure, dirt, and general use, which leaves streaks and smudges when you need a clear view the most. Ideally, you should replace your wipers every 6 months to a year, depending on your driving conditions. If you notice squeaking, skipping, or streaking, it's time to change them. Also, don't forget your rear wiper if your car has one. It's just as important. Upgrading to better quality silicone or beam-style wipers is worth considering too, as they last longer and work better in bad weather. The best part is that replacing your wipers is quick, easy, and something you can do yourself, so no need to pay extra at the mechanic for something that takes only 5 minutes. Fresh wipers mean you're always ready for whatever weather comes your way, making your drive safer and less stressful. The fifth thing on the list is your car battery. Over time, the terminals can get covered in a white or bluish powdery substance, which is corrosion. This messes with the electrical connection and can cause hard starts, dim lights, and even a dead battery. Most people don't pay attention to this until their car won't start. But the great thing is that preventing battery corrosion is really simple and inexpensive. Just check the terminals every few months, and if you spot any corrosion, mix some baking soda with water and scrub the terminals clean with an old toothbrush. Once they're dry, apply a thin layer of petroleum jelly or a terminal protector to keep corrosion from building up again. Keeping the battery clean not only extends its life but also helps the car perform better overall. Don't forget to check the battery cables too. Loose connections can also cause problems. A few minutes of maintenance can save you from getting stuck with a dead battery later. Next up, the sixth tip. Take care of your car's undercarriage. This part of your car is always exposed to dirt, road salt, water, and debris, which can cause rust and corrosion if you're not careful. It's especially a problem if you live somewhere with snowy winters or near the ocean. To protect it, you should clean the undercarriage regularly to remove any buildup. Most car washes offer undercarriage spray, or you can use a high-pressure hose at home. Aim to clean it once a month and more often in winter or after driving on salted roads. For extra protection, consider using a rust-proof coating or undercarriage sealant, which creates a barrier to protect the metal from moisture and salt. This isn't a service your mechanic usually offers, but it's a great way to avoid expensive repairs in the future. The seventh tip is about wheel alignment. Proper alignment isn't just about having a smooth ride. It also affects your car's handling, fuel efficiency, and tire life. Misaligned wheels force your car to work harder, using more fuel and wearing your tires down faster. Alignment issues can creep up after hitting a pothole or bumping a curb, so it's a good idea to check it at least once a year or whenever you notice signs like uneven tire wear or a crooked steering wheel. Correct alignment ensures your tires make the best contact with the road, improving grip and safety, especially in wet or slippery conditions. It also helps your tires wear evenly, saving you money on replacements in the long run. Even though wheel alignment isn't as visible as things like oil changes or brake pad replacements, it's just as important. Investing in a good alignment can make your car feel like new again and keep you safer on the road. Let's dive into the eighth tip: checking your brake pads. These little components are crucial to your car's safety, yet they often get ignored until something goes wrong. Worn-out brake pads don't just make stopping harder, they can also damage your rotors, which can lead to some serious and expensive repairs. To avoid this, get into the habit of regularly checking your brake pads. Most brake pads have wear indicators, small metal tabs that make a squealing noise when the pads are getting thin. If you hear that, it's time for a replacement. You can also take a more hands-on approach by visually inspecting the pads through your wheel opening. If they're less than a quarter-inch thick, they need replacing. If you often drive in stop-and-go traffic or brake hard, your pads will wear out faster, so checking them every 6 months or when you're getting your tires rotated is a good practice. A little pro tip: always choose high-quality pads that are suited to your car, as they'll last longer and perform better. Staying ahead of any issues with brake pads means fewer expensive repairs down the road, keeping your car and your wallet in good shape. Now, moving on to the ninth tip: using the correct coolant. Not all coolant is the same. Your car's engine needs a specific type of coolant to function properly, and using the wrong one can cause big problems like radiator clogs, corrosion, or even overheating. Always check your owner's manual or ask for the correct coolant type for your vehicle. Some cars need organic acid technology coolant, while others need hybrid organic acid technology coolant. Mixing the wrong types can mess up the chemical balance in your cooling system and make it less efficient. Here's a bonus: always stick to the recommended mixture of coolant and water, usually 50-50, unless your coolant is already pre-mixed. Diluting it too much can make it less effective, especially in extreme weather. And of course, don't forget to check your coolant levels regularly, as low coolant can cause overheating, particularly on long drives or hot days. The 10th tip is one that's often overlooked: lubricating your door hinges and locks. Over time, all that opening and closing can make the hinges squeaky or stiff, and locks can freeze or get stuck, especially in cold weather. If you ignore this simple task, you might find yourself in a situation where your door won't close properly, or the key won't turn in the lock. To avoid that, use a silicone-based spray or a multi-purpose lubricant like WD-40 for the hinges. Just apply it sparingly, then open and close the door a few times to spread it around. For the locks, a graphite-based lubricant is best. It won't attract dirt and will last longer. Avoid using grease or oil in locks because they can gum up over time. And don't forget the trunk latch and fuel door, as these can often get overlooked. Lubricating these components every 6 months keeps everything running smoothly, even in extreme weather. Moving on to the 11th tip, let's talk about replacing your cabin air filter. This filter cleans the air that comes into your car's cabin, trapping dust, pollen, and other pollutants. But over time, it gets clogged with debris, which can reduce airflow, strain your HVAC system, and even lead to unpleasant smells inside the car. Replacing the cabin air filter is simple and something you can easily do yourself. Most filters are located behind the glove box or under the dashboard, and you should check it every 12,000 to 15,000 miles. If you often drive in dusty or polluted areas, you might need to change it more often. A clean cabin air filter is essential because it helps maintain good air quality inside the car, which is especially important if you or your passengers suffer from allergies. Plus, it keeps your heating and cooling systems running smoothly, saving you money on potential repairs in the future. It's a small maintenance task that can make a big difference if your car's comfort and air quality. The 12th tip is to check your car for leaks on a weekly basis. It's a simple task that many drivers overlook, but catching a leak early can save you a lot of money and prevent bigger issues down the line. Leaks can be any type of fluid: oil, coolant, transmission fluid, or brake fluid, and any one of them signals that something is amiss under the hood. To check for leaks, park your car on a clean, dry surface and look for any fresh puddles or stains underneath. Oil leaks usually appear dark brown or black. Coolant is often green, orange, or pink. Transmission fluid is reddish, and brake fluid tends to be clear or yellowish. If you spot a leak, take note of the fluid's location and type. It'll help your mechanic figure out the problem quicker. A pro tip: even a small drip may seem minor, but even small leaks can worsen rapidly. For instance, a slow oil leak can eventually cause engine damage if ignored, and a coolant leak can lead to engine overheating. Checking regularly ensures that you catch these issues early before they turn into costly repairs.